Well, good morning, Glue Troopers, and welcome to another scintillating episode of Max's Models. And yes, I lost my brush. So, after I did that video about the issues with the putty, I got a lot of great replies and techniques and information and stuff, some of which I shared yesterday. Well, I just got off the phone with Mystic Modeler Ships, Bruce, and he was talking about it. And he was telling me that something he's had really good luck with is the Vallejo acrylic. Apparently it's water soluble. It comes with a little nozzle on it, so it's very good for the small seams and everything. And you can just, once you get in there, you just push it down with your finger and wipe off the excess. Apparently very easy to work with, so I'm probably going to get some of that and give it a try. Some folks have recommended using shims, slice little pieces of plastic. They also styrene go in there and fill. I've done that in the past. That works well. You don't have the putty cleanup mess. Now I had used the Tamiya white putty, which is good stuff, but I didn't have a proper way to apply it. As you saw, I was using a toothpick. I will be getting the spatulas and everything, and I'm also looking at acquiring a couple other little tools to help with that and some better techniques. I also have the Tamiya green, gray, and I know a lot of people like the Squadron green putty also. They all work. Everybody's got their favorite. The Tamiya white, as I recall, is just a little bit finer grain than the gray, but these are better, according to some folks I've been reading, for the larger seams. On the really fine stuff, like if you look at this World Cruiser, you see how small this thing is and how small the seams are compared to my finger. And I've been trying to sand that down. Of course, this is going to have to be repainted, but I put my finger next to it. You see how tiny the seam was. That white deposit there is much bigger than the seam. In fact, I should probably just use a photograph. You can see how small those seams are, and compared to my finger, and a little tricky to get in here around these struts without breaking anything. By the way, side note, if you build one of these World Cruisers, when you put the engine in, you have to be careful because the exhaust pipe has to go through that hole on top, so everything's got to be aligned properly. And but for a 1/72nd scale kit, they have the fully detailed cockpit. These airplanes had literal wheels in them, as planes back then were prone to do. But anyway, that will be something for me to work on. The other thing is the rigging, and we were talking about different ways. I was planning to probably just use Easy Line. The World Cruisers don't have the most complex rigging. You have the standard X and front and rear sections of the bay between the strut and the fuselage, and of course the X pattern between the struts themselves, and you have some V-shaped units on the tail. I might use stretch sprue. Easy Line might, because I don't think I can pin vise a hole small enough that won't show up as being oversized if I try to like thread the needle with by drilling a hole and running Easy Line through it. So I might use Easy Line on the struts, where you can tie it off or glue it down to the bottom, run it around, and whereas I might use sprue. I might use sprue, but one of the things, stretch sprue for the rigging, I haven't determined yet. But there are, for some models, some people actually make photo etch rigging for airplanes. I saw a Bristol Bulldog that was done with it. Really looked good, but of course then you're dealing with some extremely delicate photo etch. And there are a couple other tricks on rigging, but especially on 1/72nd scale, I rigged an SE5 in 1/72nd scale, and that was a chore. It's just the fine nature of things, but at least these struts are pretty securely mounted, so give me a nice starting point. So that's what I have for this morning, putty and rigging, and that's probably what I'll be talking about for the next couple of days. I do have a lot of real things I have to go out and do today, so I'm not sure how much building I'll get done. I've got to run some errands and stuff, but we'll get done what we get done. Oh, by the way, I had a chat with Jim Keeler, Keeler's Customs. We had a scheduling issue, so he won't be with us for a few weeks. I believe September 16th he's going to be on the live stream with us. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. And given that we have a hurricane heading our way, I'm being a little more literal than usual about that one. So we got our batteries, our fresh water, and our generator all ready to go. So guys, hurricanes in Florida Tuesday. Well, in this case, it's supposed to hit on Wednesday. Talk at you later, and as always, Whoa, whoa there, big fella. Don't stop the video just yet. Got ourselves a package from Nicholas in Michigan. So let's do a real quick in the car unboxing. See what we got here. You do not want to know what I had to do to get this open. Okay, we're almost there. I don't have a knife with me. Wow. Packing tape is modern marvel. Okay, almost there. Ah, got it. Oh, no we don't. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Me Godzilla, you Tokyo. Okay. And instructions on how to do this. Makers are also great. I'll get into more detail on that later. Paint markers. All right, this is a paint. This is a paint marker set. Oh, this will be good in good use. All right, from Ink Lab and Zabox. Nicholas, thank you for that. I appreciate it. We'll talk to everybody later. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming, from whom I so rudely interrupted. Talk at you later, and as always, model on.